All right, guys. Okay, welcome to our replacement class. Okay, replacement class. Okay, for week 10, but basically these replacements we covered for our Raya holiday directly around 10 of April, Wednesday, 2024. Right. So these sessions are going to be recording, and I'm thanking you guys okay for waiting for me there. Okay, we have a massive jam just now. Okay, I'm heading from our Tayu MT to Kuala Selangor, and then I'm heading back to Metro Prima, nearby Kepung, and then heading back to Rawang there. So just now, basically after the Jumat prayer, okay, I have have a consultation at the same time. So I haven't rest yet, okay, but thank you very much for waiting. So can I call name and you guys respond, okay, in our chat box there, okay? Likin is here, Likin, Yi, Kilin, okay, Xian I, Cody, Edison, Yian,
Yes, sir.
okay, Wei Kang, Royu,
Yes,
Yi,
sir.
okay, Yi Wun, Wei Yi, Zen E, Tai En,
Yes, sir.
Yishuan, and also Cheryl. All right, thank you very much. Okay, regarding to our assignment 3, I heard from a few number kind of students already that some of them were still in the stage of confusions. Okay, when it comes to develop your assignment 3, which is when it comes to develop your works, okay, and to develop basically your kind of characters, there's a few number kind of confusion. What I want to stress about, right, to focus tonight, even though our submissions are going to be tomorrow, there, right? Okay, it doesn't mean whatever that you guys been working on, you cannot improvise and develop from there again. Okay, you still have time to work on it. Okay, what I want you guys to look into later on, okay, when it comes to develop basically your kind of work. Okay, I want you guys to really focus on how you're going to develop your ideas from here. Okay, I cannot open up my cameras. Like I don't know what crazy happens okay for these cameras over here. So, what are the things that we have to be aware of okay, when it comes to develop these assignments? It's not all about how good you are to develop those characters uh, with the with a great kind of aesthetical value, okay, the finishing itself. I'm always looking into your progressions and how you develop your ideas from there. So that means even though you can draw it well, it doesn't mean the quality that you produce are going to be beneficial for your skills. Okay, that's the thing that you have to be aware of, right? Okay, and also concerned because most of the times, even though I can give you guys some suggestions, but you need to know how to decide when and where and how actually going to develop your design, and if is there basically some room for you to improve in the futures, and you feel comfortable with your design when you want to develop into multiple kind of posts later on. Okay, when it comes to develop your design, our design itself, you must be able to have that kind of instinct that you can draw this character multiple times without worrying too much about the proportion and also the position that you're going to draw. Okay, for different kind of scenarios. If you feel that when you draw these characters, that you experience them there right now, but you still find difficulties and you feel worried to change the positions, to change basically the action and pose, that means either you need to develop more further and develop your understanding when it comes to develop the structures and scope, or you need to find new way to develop your design. Okay, I wanted basically to give some examples right here. You guys can see my screen sharing, right? So let's we have a look on it. Okay, I have one of the examples that I find from the students. The mistakes when you start to develop your works. Okay, everyone can see my screens over here. Okay, first of all, okay, let me find some samples. Okay, let's just say you're going to design, okay, one of the characters from the references. Okay, I want to find some references. Okay, let's just say this one. Okay, obviously we have the references. Or maybe I can find new references. Let me open up my files like this. Okay. Yeah, I want to find some of the references right here. Give me a minute. Copy this one and paste. Okay. Let's just say I have this references with me. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it to graded map, here grayscale. Then I'm going to reduce the opacity, right, as usual, and another ways. Okay, most of the common mistakes when people try to draw something out from those references. Okay, what I saw from the ideation from there, okay, they start to draw something like this. Okay, they draw like this one. Right. Okay, they draw like this one. Okay. All right, these methods, I assume you trace. Okay, you trace it. This is a common mistake. Because in order to develop your templates, for examples, you're supposed to, I think my brushes over here. Okay. So you are not break the shapes first. Okay, you guys can see the screen, right? You will not try to break the shapes, try to understand the structures okay, before you go. Then this part, okay, you trace them back. This is the common mistake there, guys. So what I did basically right now, I break down the shape okay, into basically more practical kind of structures. Okay, that's the first thing. Once you break down the shapes, and then most of the students are going to simply draw those kind of design of those references out from nothing. Okay, they just simply design like this. They're not be able to change. Okay? When they draw the nose also, they doesn't know how it works. This is something will give a wrong kind of ideations to develop your skills. Okay, when it comes to design your works. Okay? So in order for you to develop those ideas, of course you have to understand principally what element you're going to create. And then you start to design them by working with the structure back again. All right, when you draw the eyes, you spend more time that way to develop those kind of details that you see. The shape of the nose. Okay, what makes the nose looks fine there, right? With the lips. Everything has to be designed properly. The ears kind of shapes. What makes the pattern of those line that define basically the ears kind of pattern from here. So all these kind of things have to be redeveloped from time to time. You can use also the references from the real photos. It's like I mentioned just now, right? In our lecture class to work from that. But of course, you need to slowly improvise those kind of methods, right? According to your kind of understanding and your capabilities and effort when you work on that. That's the thing. Okay, I saw some of the students when they try to draw, for example, Badang characters or Sikangang characters. They want to turn over this particular kind of template into stone characters. Okay, so they suddenly draw the characters out of from nowhere. They become like this. Let's just say stone character. Okay. I don't know where basically this idea came from. Okay. Okay. If you seem to draw like this, that means you don't actually learn anything from the basic template that they have. Okay. For me, right, to break down the shape of the structures, I will work into that particular kind of skull. That's it. Skull for the human, shapes. You see that right? I break down the shape like this to define basically the element for the characters. Let's just say the Kangan has a hair directly. We've got a hair like this for something like this. And if he wearing basically the what we call that the combo there, right? The combo also become the stone. Okay. Okay. That's basically one of the way basically you guys can actually work for your design. Okay, you break down those elements of those human structures into a stone element. Because this is a man narrative, but from the women kind of what we call it model that I create. I break down the shape like this. Okay, to define basically the stone kind of elements. You maintain some of those features of the human structures. So you have to do a bit more revision. It's not that easy to draw these features made by stone. But at least, okay, you have those kind of structures that draw properly, okay, the human face again. Also, and of course, okay, the design for the creatures, because this is the main character, right? It has to be look cool at the same time. Okay, they have to be look cool there. Okay, and they need also to look appealing directly when it comes to develop those looks. But you cannot rely on one design like this, and you can consider to develop those kind of designs. You're going to finalize them. All right. Again, you cannot finalize them from here. So you have to do several kind of designs when it comes to develop your kind of looks. And of course, it's going to be hard. You'll not be able to look into more details on the anatomies of those templates that you're going to design, okay, for the first time. So all these kind of things need time, they guys, that to work. That's what I say. You need to watch a lot, analyze a lot, and get more references before you go to analyze all those ideas of working with a kind of character. Okay, it's not that easy if you don't have that kind of enough understanding and knowledge. Okay, and the references that you have doesn't actually help you guys to imagine more further, to help you imagine more better, to develop the structures. So that's basically also it's a part of the process, and also it's a good practice for you guys to generate ideas using your brain. Okay, so all these kind of things need time, okay, to develop your creativity. But of course, okay, for tomorrow's whatever that you guys be working on, okay, just submit that first, and then after that, you can basically improvise that. Okay, you can actually work back again, do those design and apply into the compositions at the same time. Okay, that's basically you're supposed to do. You have to move on quick and fast. Okay, after you submit your works tomorrow and Sunday, you can do other things if you want to. And on Monday next week, okay, you will start to make some modification if you want to based on your design because you're going to create a scenario from there. Okay, so some of the things that happens okay, in my consultations normally, okay, when it comes to develop your illustration or your kind of position or your kind of what we call that character design. Once basically I develop, okay, for example, some of you guys have done basically the what we call that. Okay, if you look at my kind of way of working right now, you cannot consider yourself to do the same things if you don't have enough understanding when it comes to develop basically your kind of design styles and everything. What I did basically right now based from my experience on see, so all those design that I create right now right, were based on my kind of understanding on working with the characters before this. Okay, I break down the shapes. If you watch basically some of the anime character style that I can show you guys just now, right? All those kind of what we call that references were were being inspired, okay, by me, okay, which make basically what I am today. So for you guys, it's a part of the process that you have to learn one step at a time there when it comes to develop your works. Okay? I always emphasize if you want to design something directly from scratch, okay, make sure those designs will look more cooler there, okay? This is something that I find that is suitable for me to simplify the works itself. Yeah. This is a creatures. I improvise a little bit, but still, I'm using the shapes of those stone, okay, in order for me to execute these ideas. Roughly, a stone, but still look like humans, and based on the reference that I have, I didn't draw something else there. Right? So how to work on that? You have to keep on practicing all the time. You cannot rely on one or two design or drawings. You will finalize them, and you should learn also how to analyze back again your body of works. Okay, whether they're going to be look nice and look fine or not. Okay, you cannot force them, but you have to make it more naturally. Okay, when you flow it, your design and ideas, during the process of designing, sketching. All right, that's the things. So if I want to basically this characters into a figure of a woman with ethical looks. So for me, though, I think I would design a bit more styles, okay, like these, for example. Okay, yeah, right. And of course, okay, when I look at uh, Putri Gunung Ledang, I saw basically these characters have a mystical and magical kind of looks to it. So what I'm going to do, right, I will apply a mystical based on Mother Nature's kind of elements with basically the okay with those what we call that royal kind of what we call that elements that they're gonna find for it. So I will mix that okay, these ideas okay with mystical kind of design okay for example right here because if you look like again okay the mystical kind of visual from the cookie itself how come basically this cookie wearing shoes like normal shoes okay for me directly I would design those legs okay like the nature's kind of legs okay? This is basically my rough kind of ideas okay, based on that is so kind of okay, based on the references writing magical kind of elements. Yeah. And of course, okay, the elements of closeness and Dara, okay, you have to apply. Okay, based on those element that you saw. Okay. Those kind of things I cannot actually replace give you guys example, but you have to research a bit more further from it. But what I you saw right now, the design there, this is something that can be developed. Okay? Um, Even though I draw these branches, I want to make it look like it. Okay? Okay? You see? All right. You see? Slowly we can actually develop those ideas, okay, from those musical kind of characters. But some of you guys, okay, when you design that, I saw basically, okay, the design look a bit more like a very exclusive, but if you read carefully about the Putih Nolirang, okay, they're not like a normal kind of princess, okay? They're a little bit more mystical, okay, and royal kind of mystical. You need to understand about your characters when you develop those ideas. Okay? All right, from here, guys. Okay, if I want to add some sort of my sketch, okay, because the process of sketching normally, guys, okay, it won't take too long, okay, because you have to be more natural when you going to develop the ideas, okay, and gather all the information at the same time. Okay, then when you want to clean up the line, you have to color them back. Okay, you will take a bit more time to analyze and to add some details from there. But one other thing also I can actually suggest to you guys when you want to have a quick kind of ideas. I'm going to start the page first. Okay, this one basically are going to be like a silhouette shapes. Okay, these silhouette shapes are going to be the guidance for me to gain later on. This is basically the can. Yes. So this is the shapes. This is a rough sketch. From here, start to paint some of this illustration of this character. What we call that is body itself. Okay, roughly. This is the process of sketching it. I can put some coloring again for the concept illustration style. here. I can add some shadings a bit, but I adjust the flow. Some students today, so basically try hard enough to add a lot of details in your sketches. Then you develop your ideas. Then you buy sometimes a lot of things. You get out a lot on those details without thinking about how to solve the problem that you want when you want to develop your kind of finishing or final kind of work. At this stage, what I try to do right here, try to make those kind of ideas of concept of this color, in terms of color coding. It more fast. And fix them up. Just let it flow there. Put people on their down. Yeah. 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 Okay. That's basically one of those. If you go by farther, I think if you look back again at what I've done with my demonstrations here for the past week, there, I think, you can see there, I think I have done a few number kind of styles and samples in order to execute and design our work. Not basically what we call that working with the kind of styles in one particular way only. I always improvise and use a lot of modifications in my presentation. Okay? This is basically one of the concept styles of illustration that you guys also can be applied to your works. Okay, before you're going to add some details. Okay? You can see basically right here how far you can actually can apply and detail the on. Okay? The look and feel from these visuals, you guys can actually look really okay before you finalize that one concept style for these illustrations. You can do this one there, okay? If I want to add a bit more like strong shadows. Okay. Even though from these shadows, I can also design some of the pattern for the niches. Copy and paste. Okay? Shadows there. So I can adjust also the levels, okay, to give more pattern. On here, brushes that I have, and the paint. So the techniques is not like in a textbooks kind of technique. You can even basically improvise all the technique all the times. Illustration, you have to spend time to get towards that. Right? It's the rounder, I think, those elements together. These highlights, okay, represent those the shining of these fires. Okay? So This is another way, another design, another style, okay, for putri gunung Vedang, okay, but not putri gunung Vedang. From these visuals, I want to make some backgrounds out of it. Establishing the concept of this graph. Okay, guys. So another styles of poetry to bring here now. So the techniques, the ideas, and developing those kind of characters, it can be in any way around that you want it. So it's all up to you how you can develop creativity there. And of course, the creativity cannot be earned by only you design once a week. You have to develop and put your heart on it when it comes to develop your ideas. Okay? All right, guys. So, any questions, any inquiries that based on our session for today? Hopefully, I will give you guys more insight on developing your kind of ideas from here. Okay? Another design. Because of you can design a lot of posts from here also at the same time. So everything has to be planned, okay, and we draw back again from there. And of course, the characters, okay, other than working with all these general kind of ideas, okay, of creating those kind of characters, okay, from these Putri women, you can do a lot of things. You can actually design, okay, different kind of characters. I want to add another different colors as well. Okay. These two, with them, these, we draw back again. Okay, that's okay. All right. All right, any questions there, guys? Any questions? Any queries? No? Put some response, okay? Okay, I bet you guys want to focus more on your design there, right? Okay, Shen I. Okay, when I look at your submissions over here. Okay, this is basically Malaysian folk tales, okay? Malaysian folklore tales. Okay, for this is basically your submissions, okay, for your composition. Okay, looks okay. You can proceed with the ideas, okay, right here, and focus more on the colorings, okay, for the design. Okay, this basically shown I kind of submissions. Thank you very much, and I for submitting earlier the beginning on those character on those compositions for this design, and hopefully right here you can actually manage to paint this. Okay, these ideations by next week and see how far we actually can improvise from there. Okay, if you can have some multiple kind of ideas, it will be more better. Okay, I think you can proceed with this left left one and right. Okay, this one. If you can give a bit more kind of actions for these characters, a bit kind of scenarios, okay, for these characters, it will be more better for the whole presentation. Okay, can I? All right. Anyone else there have any kind of inquiries, questions? If you guys don't have, okay, thank you very much for having the sessions today with me, and hopefully from these sessions, okay, you will get a lot of inputs at the same times when it comes to develop your ideas. I know basically it's not that quite easy, guys. I never say it's going to be easy all the times. Okay, but at least you gain experience, okay, from this whole enough to be. Okay, so I will try to save this one and post it in our Google platforms. Right. So this is one of it. I'm going to post it back again. All right. So if you have any questions, okay, thank you very much, guys. Okay. It is like submit on Behance for Google Classrooms. You submit on Behance first, and then you can share in Google Classrooms. All submission has to be in Behance first, and then share the links into Google Classroom. Okay. All right. Okay, guys. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, for having me today. Thank you very much for waiting. Okay, it's a very short session, but hopefully it's going to give more insight for you to see, okay, the perspective, change your perspective and point of view when it comes to developing your kind of goals in the future. See you guys around next week, and I will update from time to time, okay, in order to see, okay, uh, we can get also more consultations later on. All right. All right, good night and have a good day and good luck also for tomorrow and also for Sunday the right day. Don't stress too much, but let it flow. Okay, make it more natural when it comes to development life. Okay, it always takes time to get good. Okay, thank you very much. Have a good day. I'll see you guys around next week. Take care of yourself at the same time. All right. Good night. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome there. Right.